Good morning, bad morning, whatever you're having. My name is Lou, and unless you're a filthy, foaming at the mouth rat like me who scours anything the internet throws at you, chances are you've forgotten about Judy Moody and the not bummer summer. Yes, I will be emphasizing the not throughout this entire review. And I don't blame you. I had forgotten about this masterpiece until I was slumped over my couch one Saturday, staring back at my television, clicking until I found the movie of my childhood. And I do mean the movie. I watched this thing all the time, and it was just there, staring back at me, telling me I could watch it for free. What did you think I was gonna do, pretend I wasn't there? Hell no. If I could get both nostalgia and content from this thing, you better believe I was gonna go all Pixar lamp on this opportunity. Based on the popular children's book series Judy Moody by Megan McDonald, the film follows Judy Moody, who enters a dare-off between her and her friends to have the best summer overall, but her plans don't always go according to. I never read the Judy Moody books when I was a kid, yet was acutely aware of their existence thanks to this movie. After looking it up, I discovered the series was still going to this day and has been since the year 2000. I think this movie aired on Disney Channel or some other kids-adjacent network, which is how I discovered it. It must have been the equivalent of shoving a movie onto streaming back in 2011, since the film completely flopped at the box office. Anyway, so here we are. Sit back and relax for a super mega totally thriller review of this super mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie. So the movie begins with some of the prettiest company logos ever. No, I don't know why I feel the need to tell you this either. My ADHD brain just works in mysterious ways. The movie actually begins with our main character, Judy Moody, torturing a magic 8-ball into telling her that she's going to have the most medium rare summer ever. Man, between hard luck and this movie, it was no wonder I turned into a mini golem trying to hunt one of these things down. And for some reason, the girl has gum stuck to her closet, labeled like they're taxes she files and stores. Does she actually just put these back in her mouth to chew? Ew! Judy runs off to the bus stop and goes to school for the last day. The kids are reenacting your average ditty party when their teacher, Mr. Todd, walks in. What the helly? Is that Jaleel White? How did I not notice this as a kid? I mean, I didn't watch Family Matters, but anyone could recognize this guy. Apparently, except for inattentive 5-year-olds like me. Oh well. He informs his class that he will be going somewhere cold for the summer, and if they can find him, they'll get a prize, to which we are treated to a fun animated sequence that mimic the illustrations from the original books. Which does beg the question of why didn't they just make this an animated movie, but just like Berleezy, I'ma let it slide, because I think the film still works regardless. Anyways, summer officially begins and Judy and her friends are in her backyard, discussing their summer plans. These maniacal kids make Amy a member of the TP Club. What does TP stand for, you ask? I'll let the movie explain it to you. Can toads even pee? I mean, the last thing I want to think about is toad parts, believe me. But since this movie decided to use it as a way to gain membership to a club, now I have to have answers. Unfortunately, Judy's friends are looking to escape her and tell her that they all have their own plans for this summer. Permanently squinty-eyed Rocky is running off to float with Pennywise, and Amy is going to generic foreign island number 76, Borneo if you're curious. This leaves Judy, and you'll never guess this, in a mood. Oh, and her friend Frank isn't going anywhere, but we don't like him and neither does Judy. Stink, her younger brother, has his own plans, to catch Bigfoot and cook him alive. Okay, I made that last part up, but the way they talk about this guy, you'd think they'd want to stake him through the heart. Judy says goodbye to both Rocky and Amy, then comes to discover her parents are trying to duck and run too. They have to go take care of her grandparents, leaving her with her aunt. Judy, upset, proceeds to turn into the creator of the video and spend the next 4 days holed up in her room. Hermits, my favorite type of protagonist. Her Aunt Heather Graham shows up. Yes, the character has a name, but it's just Heather Graham. Attempts to burn the house down, by accident, and gives Stink a Bigfoot book and Judy a mood ring. Let me tell you something. This awakened something feral in me. I remember for years I was screaming, crying, throwing up, clamoring for one of these thermochromic things. Existing in the year 2011 meant that I had to be colorful, especially when I felt like the plainest of the bunch. Story time. I went to Japan last year and got one of these things. Fill it, a lifelong childhood dream. Then I accidentally stepped on it at college. Oops. I'm not sad. Not sad at all. Since Heather Graham ruined their dinner, the Moodys decide to get pizza. Or I guess the kids decided to get pizza, as Judy and Stink's parents are completely absent from this restaurant. Did they just send out their kids by themselves? Neglect, my favorite movie genre. Stink and Judy decide to run off to Fur and Fangs, which appears to be some sort of pet store, but reminds me of the set of Zaboomafoo. And we meet Zeke, who is essentially Aaron Carter if he made love to a lorikeet. He shows her the cave, some sort of secret hideout where he holds Bigfooter meetings, like everyone who probably owns a pet store. At dinner that night, Heather Graham has the kids eat her special dessert. No, that's not a euphemism. She made sausage slices, Fruit Loops, and whatever that syrupy stuff is supposed to be and threw it together. She inspires Judy to challenge her friends to a virtual dare-off, and Judy sets out to earn the most thrill points by the end of the summer. Her first dare? To walk on... that. I don't care how many thrill points are at stake. You could not pay me to walk on that thing. Even as a kid, I remember thinking, what kind of tightrope is this shaking like this? If a tightrope wobbles while you walk on it, it's not tight. It's just a rope. Judy, shockingly enough, manages to keep her balance until Frank gets on the rope. After freaking out about the flying, blood-sucking parasites that should be put out of their misery, both tumble into the creek below. This earns her about 0 thrill points. Then Judy and Frank go to ride the Scream Monster, but since Frank consumed a bunch of blue food before going on the ride, he ends up barfing Smurf snot all over Judy. But technically, she did ride the ride, so that means she thrilled the thrill, right? Apparently not, as Judy subtracts 5 points for being vomited on, fair, but subtracts another 5 points for having to wear a prom dress back to her house. I guess she doesn't think wearing a prom dress is very thrilling. I mean, I'd count it. Aunt Heather Graham claims to be a gorilla artist, takes 2 trash can lids and decorates them with Judy, but they gorillaed so hard that Judy's hand gets stuck to the table. And I'm not talking like mildly sticky. Judy's hand is married to this table. Heather Graham whips out olive oil, mayonnaise, and God knows what else in this concoction before finally prying this poor girl's hands off with a spatula. She might be free from the table, but they may have single-handedly invented a new virus. That image begins with photo and ends with shop. But nevertheless, it turns Judy Moody's mood ring green with envy. So of course they have to top this whopper with a picnic by the cemetery. Unfortunately, Heather Graham has no idea how to drive or even use GPS, so she ends up Cruellaing her way through the neighborhood. She manages to get the kids somewhere that isn't the cemetery, but at least they get there alive, so I'll give her that. What I'm not gonna let slide is how Heather Graham didn't notice the giant squished poop on the side of their sandwiches. You're telling me none of them, not one of them, can smell that. Right. So yes, the poop picnic is a bust too, and so is riding a wave, finding Mr. Todd, riding an elephant, among other stunts. The girl can't even freeze dance, so she is doomed. And I just gotta mention this. Do you see this very real person in this shot? Yes? Okay, so then explain to me how this person could suddenly become a bronze statue. How? Anyway, Judy and Frank decide to go see a spooky movie. In August. I guess Halloween just arrives a little early in this town. Like puberty? But Frank wimps out and leaves, causing Judy to lash out at him. Then Frank comes for her neck, calling her a fun sponge. Judy, in return, calls him a fun mop. Ooh, shots fired. Deciding that this is officially a bummer summer, Judy deigns to spend the rest of her summer in her room. But she changes her tune when she discovers Stink getting recognition for his Bigfoot obsession. By a local news station. Because I guess nothing important ever happens in this town. Either way, Judy figures she can hijack a couple million thrill points from this and finally get ahead in the dare-off. Through the Bigfooters meeting, Judy and Stink discover that Bigfoot has been spotted near where they live, which gets everyone so hyped they agree to pull an all-night stakeout just to find the furry cryptid. Once the Bigfooters agree to have each other's backs, Judy and Stink get started on their plan, going all Krat Brothers in their approach, complete with walkie-talkies, baby monitors, night vision goggles, and creature-pow! Heather Graham insists they'll be fine, since they won't fall asleep. Right before all 3 of them are immediately out like lights. Judy wakes up and tries to get Heather Graham's attention but fails. Forced to seek out Bigfoot on their own, Judy spies what she thinks is Bigfoot but is just Frank, coming to return their packs that they left in the movie theater. Resuming their search for Bigfoot, they end up crossing that creek using a plank of wood after all. I mean, I would count that. Close enough. But ultimately, Judy and Stink are spooked by a lemur? Bat? According to the captions, it's a possum. I don't know, I'm not Jane Goodall, rest in peace. It's anyone's guess. Either way, the two flee for their possumless lives. The next morning, with the magic inconvenience, Bigfoot goes running right past their house, appearing to be chased down by a pack of angry dogs. So there's no time to waste or question why that's even the case. There's a chase sequence to be had. Not just any chase sequence. This one involves the theft of a little girl's bicycle, a stakeout van, an ice cream truck, birthday party napkins, among other things. But in their haste, they finally manage to corner the ice cream truck. Not only are they there, but the news van just so happens to be there too. Okay, seriously, does nothing important happen in this town? How boring is this place? And the kids discover the one, the only, the incomparable Mr. Todd in the ice cream truck. Oh, and Bigfoot is Zeke. Mr. Todd claims that he hired Zeke to play as Bigfoot to generate interest for his ice cream truck. Oh yeah, because what kid wouldn't love to see this staring back at them when they're trying to get a popsicle? Fantastic business decision, dude. Anyway, Mr. Todd gives Judy the prize he promised if his kids were to find him. 2 tickets to the circus that comes into town today. Luckily, Judy managed to find him in time, otherwise that would have been a huge waste of money. So now they're at the circus. Judy's friends and family are there, including Rocky, who saws her in half. What, your friends didn't do that for you? Heather Graham finally takes Judy to the library to give the lions 2 trash can lids for crowns. You know, I kind of miss libraries that had this sort of elegant, esteemed feel to them, where they cared enough about the architecture to put lions at the entrance. Nowadays, most libraries just feel so angular or tiny. Judy comes to the conclusion that her summer was actually super megalopolistic, especially since Heather Graham came to town. The film ends with Judy hijacking yet another business opportunity, as Stink is charging 50 cents to touch Bigfoot, and Judy ups the ante by saying that she'll dox Bigfoot.
For $1,000, I'll tell you where the real Bigfoot lives!
The end. I had a little reservation about the film going in to rewatch it as an adult, other than the fact that there was a rabid, paranoid part of me that was fearful the film wouldn't hold up at all, and I'd end up hating it by the time I sat down to write this review. Color me pleasantly surprised, because I had a lot of fun watching it. It was charming, silly, and it didn't take itself seriously. It felt a lot like a Dr. Seuss film, but done right. You know how most 21st century Dr. Seuss movies largely miss the point of the original book and just care about making money off the familiarity of Dr. Seuss's work? Well, this movie has the camp and color of a Dr. Seuss adaptation, yet feels more like an actual attempt at having fun with the kids and helping them grow rather than just being a cash grab. As a kid, I was very meek and often wanted to do the things that Judy Moody did, be as courageous and outspoken as feisty as her. I think that the repression in my childhood caused this meekness, so whenever I could see other characters taking on the world with such fervor, it gave me the confidence I need to at least pretend that I had any confidence. Some things that happen in the film can be quite hard to wrap your head around, like this damn news reporter always being around to report on things that don't warrant reporting on. That's kind of a reoccurring element in this film. In order to enjoy it, you kind of have to suspend your disbelief. Just accept the completely bat-scat insanity of this movie and watch with, perhaps, some sort of here's Johnny-esque glee. And I know what you're gonna say.
Lou, you hypocrite. You criticized the Minecraft movie for being nonsensical and unfocused.
Why, yes. Yes, I did. And I'll tell you why I still won't rescind that statement. Judy Moody and the Not Bummer Summer is not deep, but it's not trying to be. It's a fun family film that relishes in the bizarre, the odd, the out of the box. It's consistent in its tone and approach to its story. A Minecraft movie wanted to be 5 things at once, and it wasn't even able to successfully be one of those things. The movie is full of visuals that clash, idiosyncratic performances, storylines that are all over the place. Judy Moody? There are less plot holes and inconsistencies than you would believe, which you have to admit for a kid's movie is pretty impressive. It's not easy to make a self-centered kid likable, but Judy is a bright, exuberant girl who lights up every scene she's in. All of these characters do. They have energy to offer in spades. You'll never be bored watching this movie. There's so much to look at, but it's not hyperactive and speedy that it overstimulates you. Hotel Transylvania kinda has this problem. There's a lot of constant movement where it can become headache-inducing after a while. Judy Moody has the right amount of cartoony but controlled to keep you from rubbing your temples after half an hour. overall, Judy, Moody, and the not Bummer Summer isn't gonna blow you away. It's not a film with a whole lot of layers to it with the really strong emotional core, but we have Pixar films for that. This film served its purpose. Entertain me for an hour and a half and be done with it. I personally am glad that I had the privilege of growing up with this little gem. Stay tuned, folks. 2 videos are once again coming up, 2 for the lovey-dovey mushy romance month of February. On anime! If you'd like to see a nostalgia check video on something you watched as a kid, please feel free to leave suggestions in the comments. I will read them, I swear. As Shia LaBeouf would say, just do it! Okay, thanks, bye.